Hello. Hello.
Slowly but surely I am getting ready, don't you worry. Alright, I got my... Hang on a second, I'm just gonna take a sip of my water. I'm trying not to, like, absolutely, like, just chug 2 liters of water tonight. Because, yeah, I need to stay hydrated, but I don't need to drink 2 liters of water in the span of 3 hours. I can be a little more responsible than that. So, but I will have a can of Coke at the ready. I will have a can of Coke at the ready. I was just over at my laptop because... Wait, hang on. Yep, cool. It locked in. I was over at my work laptop because it is that time of the month where I, GrantZeebs, have to do the Saturday shift for the so I had to do the Saturday shift, which also means that I am also responsible for the on-call. We normally try and coordinate it, so then that way, if you have to do, like, a thing of... Hi there, Jack! Yeah, Monster Hunter! Monster Hunter! Monster Hunter! I love how it's Hunter instead of Hunter. I am going to pin that for the next, 60 minutes. For the next 60 minutes, we're just gonna see the message, Monster Hunter. So... Wait, did I use the right title in the Monster Hunter Wilds? Yeah, I used the correct naming scheme. What did you do? You used the incorrect naming scheme. But yeah, so it was my turn this week to do the Saturday shift. And we normally go through a cycle of like different people do the Saturday shift, different people do the on-call. Normally we try and coordinate it so that if you are doing a Saturday shift, you're also doing the on-call, just because. So, thankfully, no real panic. You seem to be in much higher spirits? Yeah, because I've spent, like, the last 3 days just sort of, like, just not being too chatty. I've just sort of been, like, trying to unwind to the best of my ability. I am still a little bit pissed off with work, because there was one ticket that was cropping up, and it was like, oh, hey, this thing is nearly due. What's the progress on this? Check the progress. There has been no progress, and I'm just like, well, shit, I'm gonna have to, like, do some stuff, otherwise this is gonna be a problem. As much as I would love to leave it as another person's mess, it's not another person's mess when it can affect a person in an entirely different department. That's my thingamadiggy, is if it's a problem that's only within our team, oh, absolutely, I'm just gonna wait for that fucking fuse to go off, because you know what? It ain't gonna bother anyone else, it's only gonna bother us. But if it's gonna bother someone else in another department, like, the customer support, the HR, the finance, the developers, the person that makes coffee, like, that is no longer it's only within the team, let's wait for that fuse to go off. It's right, these are my monkeys, I gotta help this circus. That's what it is like. So yeah. Also, if you're wondering why I'm looking, like, kind of downwards, it's because right now I'm standing up, so the tracking might not be perfect. Hang on a second. Bam! There we go. So now it's a little bit... actually, hang on. Bam! There we go. So now it's a little bit better. But yeah, also, hi there, Het. Thank you for the hug. I really appreciate it. But yeah, I'm just in slightly better mood because, I'm not doing too much in terms of work. Work is going on as well as it can be. A lot of, like, this, and also as well, this stream in particular, I'm gonna be playing Monster Hunter Wilds. Now, I know I mentioned this a while ago, both off-stream and on-stream. Probably not on-stream as much as off-stream, but I was not 100% behind the idea of playing Monster Hunter Wilds when it came out. I was getting the game basically when it came out, but it was more for the sake of I want to be able to play with other people and do that on, like, my free time or such like that. Lo and behold, I don't have free time. And the few people that I am able to play Monster Hunter Wilds with, I don't know how this works, and I think I missed the memo by not properly attending these streams, but apparently there's, like, there's a thing called, like, squads or something like that. So when you create a private session, you can do a private session that's, like, you can make it available to your friends, or you can make it available to your squad. Private sessions without a squad are limited to, like, 16 people, but if you do a squad, you can have way, way more people involved. And I was just sort of like, what the fuck? How does that work? 64%, not bad. That's over half your personality. Good work there. Yes, if you make a squad and invite people into it, and squads can have their own lobbies. Yes, exactly. Now, unfortunately, I am not part of any squads. I am very much on my own, and oh my goodness, Het, did you get yourself a 91% cute rating? Amazing. Good for you. Absolute cuteness. Oh my good- wait. Oh, it's a text message from my dad. Yes, did. Ding. Alright, so we got bam, ding, and then bam. Shave. Shave. Ding dong. Sorry, I forgot to send a message to my dad of what lag. Oh yeah, that's because I'm getting the fucking video game up and running. Let me just pause the music. And this is where I am. I'm in a fucking frozen tundra. Also, why are you not 100? There you go. I am in a frozen fucking tundra, and I was trying out with... Also, am I, like, still dropping frames? Or... Nah, we seem to be okay. Let me just do a double check. Alright, so we got 64 gigs of RAM-ish. Plenty of VRAM. I have not done a proper update to the GPU, but I'm gonna be real with... Oh, maybe I need to do a proper update to the GPU. That's a problem! Alright, hang on a second. Anti-aliasing is relatively low. Texture is at the highest. We put mesh at high. I'm pretty sure I've already put as much... Yep, lagging still. Understandable. Give me a mo. Wind simulation. Water effects. Actually, no, let's keep the water effects on. Render distance is at the highest. Distant shadows, we're gonna go with low. Yeah, we're gonna keep context shadows. Ambient, we're gonna keep. Variable rate shading. Alright. Yeah, we're gonna put that to low to reduce the VRAM. Also, what was with my controller then? So we have that off, we have motion blur off, the bloom is low. Did I turn on RTS? No, I did not. Actually, no, I did turn off I did have ray tracing. So I'm gonna turn ray tracing off. That should hopefully, like, reduce the about 20 seconds between writing this and popping up on screen. Oh, boy! Well, that's... Also, hi there, Madam Mir... Hello, madam. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing alright. I am currently dealing with some IT problems, and the best person qualified to solve these IT problems is me, GrantZeebs, in my own apartment. There is no one else that can help me with this. It is very much tempting maybe doing a graphics check. Actually, hang on a second. Options. What was the PC spec? So, GPU driver version was 566.36. One moment, please, as I close that, open this, NVIDIA driver. I didn't even spell that correctly. I just want the GeForce driver. I do not want to do a, no, not the 40 series, actually. I need the 30 series. And it's a 3090 for the Windows 11. Game-ready drivers. Let's have a look. So... 566.36... versus...
Nani?
572.83. Alright, so what are the highlights? Add support. So, driver updates for the thingamadoogie. NVIDIA settings change immediately, gets reset or gives error. PC may bug check during gameplay with HDR enabled. What the fuck? That was... Oh my goodness, the IRQL no less or equal. I remember that happening to me in the past. I don't think it's a modern issue I'm having right now, but it was an issue I was having in the past. But yeah. What is a GrantZeebs stream without extensive troubleshooting? Oh, just... It's always gonna have intensive troubleshooting. Cookie for eating Hawaiian pizza. Here's your cookie. Alrighty then. Is it important that I do the driver update? This is the biggest question. Actually, hang on. Control F. Monster Hunter... Nope, Monster Hunter Wilds isn't referenced in the patch notes, which is most likely... Let me see what Wait, did I at least download the driver before I moved off of that section? No, I did not. Alright, I'm just gonna click download now on that thing, just so then that way it's there. Alright, so driver... Oh, wait. There's gotta be a way to... RTX games... Alright, what is RTX games? That is my first and foremost question. Is there a list? Latest RTX news. Featured RTX games. Doom, The Dark Ages, Dune Awakening, Black State, Wukong, Dragon Age, Outlaws, Alan Wake 2, Cyberpunk, more RTX games. Oh boy, show more RTX games. Alright. You're pretty complete tonight. 68% bimbo with a 79% cute. That is over 100%. So there's definitely a bit of overlap with your bimboism, with your cuteness. Good for you on that one. Alright, question time. Also, I should probably make... You know what? Fuck it. Jack! Guess what? You're a moderator for, you know... For, like, Twitch shit. We're gonna make a poll. Do we update drivers and restart stream? Update drivers. Yes. Restarting stream. No. Do it. Nah, just play. You have responsibilities? Yes you do. Alright. 2-minute poll. Although, I'll be real with you, many of you probably are not hearing this little message of the 2-minute poll going off. But, let me know if we are going to drive... No, not drive. Let me know if I need to update. So, because I am a few pieces behind. We've got at least 2 people saying yes to do it. Also, hi there, Omega Platinum. Welcome to the stream. Depending on the results of the poll that's going off above, I am either going to update my graphics drivers, doing it live, hopefully, being able to... I'll have to, like, stop the stream and, you know, probably close some of my 3D programs and what have you, because worst case scenario, I break something, and then this becomes a night of me troubleshooting for myself instead of getting paid for it. So, keep all your bits. Now then. Let's see what the people are saying! Also, I think I have a little thingamadiggy where I can show you what the people are voting. It's somewhere around here.
Oh, this!
Nope, that's not it. Is this it? Nope, that is not it. Damn it, I do not have a really good way of showing off, like, I voted yes, because damn it, Zeebs, this should have happened before stream. You're right, it should have happened before stream, and I can even see that it's still dropping frames, even while we're sitting in this screen here, so probably is a good idea to do it, and I'm not hearing anyone, you know, object to this right now. So, also, I'm sitting in my Discord, so more than likely, we're probably going to be restarting the thingamadiggy, so... Yay, cool. The whatsamahoozy thingamadiggy has downloaded. The reason I didn't want to download the NVIDIA app to manage, like, the updates and such, because sometimes it intervenes with your settings, like, for the whole, like, oh, hey, we need you to do these settings for a PC game, and it's like, no, please don't do that. I gotta stream. I don't want the highest settings you can offer me. I want the most stable settings. Alright, it looks like we're gonna need to do some... Be advised that this game has piss-poor optimization. Oh, I know this. I know it has piss-poor optimization. That's kind of why I didn't want to, you know, play it on stream, but why I'm also saying fuck it on this occasion. So, here's what's gonna happen. BRB gonna update some drivers. This is gonna break some things. Let's see what happens. Do I want to do this live? I think I want to do this when I'm live. Let's see what happens. Do you want to allow this application to make changes to your device? Yes, I do. Where are the drivers going to be saved? On the C drive. Alright. Let's see what happens. Actually, you know what? We're going to stop the stream before it goes any further. But